What's up, guys? Tyler Meninga here, and today is an exciting day. Well, actually, yesterday was an exciting day. So over the weekend, I got this dropped off in my garage. I bought it here a couple weeks ago, and it finally showed up last week. So very excited. I meant to take a video yesterday of my first impressions and all that, but what happened was my voice over the weekend most of the time gets blown out. So I had no voice yesterday. Me and a buddy actually went out with some other guys that have some side-by-sides and went for a ride yesterday. I put about 55 miles on it, and unfortunately I'm got to take it back to the dealership tomorrow because it did throw a check engine light twice yesterday, running a little warm, not sure what's going on. So I'm just going to take it back down there while it's brand new still and have them take a peek at it. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the overview of my brand new Polaris RZR 1000 XP. Very excited to have it. So yeah, we'll go ahead and dive right in here. So like I said, I ordered this a couple weeks ago. It's brand new. It is a 2024 edition Polaris RZR XP1000. Very cool unit. And I honestly was not planning on buying a side-by-side. I've wanted one for a long time, but my excuse was always that I'm never home to enjoy it. And that's still true, but I finally talked myself into getting one. Plenty of people have them around town. They are street legal here in town, so I can drive it to the gas station. I can drive it to Walmart, wherever I want to go. So that's kind of nice. But yeah, I kind of wanted to do an overview of this thing and show you guys kind of what I got and what the features are on this thing. And yeah, like I said, very excited to be having it. So let's dive right in here. So start here in the cab. I've watched review videos before. This, like I said, this is my first side-by-side of any sort. But from what I've heard, it's, before you would kind of guess on where the door open was, well, it's right there. They got it kind of notched out for you to know. First impression yesterday after putting 55 miles on it is the seats are actually very comfortable. And even my passenger agreed with that. So big kudos to Polaris on the seats. I never got uncomfortable once in the 6 or 7 hours that we ended up riding yesterday. But yeah, you come on into the cab here. I ended up putting a Rockford Fosgate system from the dealer in this machine. So I got my Rockford down here. I can connect my phone to it, listen to all my favorite songs while I'm cruising around. I ended up opting out without the ride command. I think the ride command is awesome for somebody that would use it, but I don't really see myself using it. So I just went with the standard gauge cluster here. Shows you the mile per hour, shows you the RPMs, and then there's all sorts of different stuff you can look at here. Right now I have it set to engine temp because I figured yesterday, being its first ride, that's pretty important. And I'm glad I did because it did end up getting a little hot sometimes. So like I said, I got to take it back down to the dealership tomorrow. Hopefully they can hook a scanner to it, get it figured out, no problem. Whoop. A little bump in the radio there. But yeah, this is the interior here. So not only do I have a storage compartment here for cell phone, whatever on that side, so does my passenger on this side. So definitely a cool addition right there to a little bit of storage. There's another glove box down here. And then one of my favorite things about this that I read and watched the videos on was this here grab handle for the passenger actually is adjustable. So if I got somebody with shorter arms or longer arms, I can adjust it to however. And then my favorite part of this thing is that actually right there doubles as a lug wrench on both sides. So if I ever need to change a tire, take a tire off or anything, I got the lug wrench right there in my T-handle. So that's a really, really cool addition to this thing that haven't used yet, but if I ever have to use it, I'm really going to enjoy it. So work our way around to the outside, white and black with red lettering, RZR XP. Doesn't say 1000 on it. And also, this thing is a non-turbo machine, so it is naturally aspirated. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I wasn't really planning on buying one. They had this one down there for the right price. And yeah, definitely excited to have it. It does come, storage back here. You can throw, there's all sorts of accessories, whether it's racks, spare tire rack, anything like that. You throw a cooler back there, keep your waters and everything else in that you would enjoy. One of the cool things on this thing too is these Walker Evans racing shocks. And I do need to do a little bit more research about the tunability to them because these things do have quite a bit of adjustment on them. So what I plan on doing is finding a spot. We do have a couple off-road parks around here. So finding a spot and hitting it like over and over and over and just seeing what I can tune it to. So softer, stiffer, however I want to tune it. I want to play with it a little bit and figure out what the best setting is on those. So yeah, here's the other side. Seats, steering wheel, like I said, 55 miles yesterday. Steering wheel's about perfect size for me for controllability of a vehicle. If I ever want to add light bars and stuff, so I got my lights there, 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive. I actually never took it out of 2-wheel drive yesterday. I just cruised it around, took it kind of easy, kind of a little bit of a break-in day for it. Didn't want to have any problems right off the bat. Unfortunately, we did, and that's kind of why we took it easy. But it is cool that they have all these knockout spots right here. So if you want to add a light bar, you can add all your extra switches. I have another 2 of them right down here, so that's cool. For now, it's got these seat belts. I am going to put some 5-point harnesses in it eventually, just to be extra safe. And I think this winter, I want to take the cage and make an aftermarket cage for it. Whether I order one, my dad's pretty handy building cages himself, and I wouldn't be mad about learning how to do that either. So I can weld pretty good. Bending tubes a different story though. So I'm trying to learn some new tasks here this winter. So maybe we'll end up building a cage for this thing. But front of it here, you got the 2 headlights, the front bumper. There's no winch on it. I could have put a winch on it, but I don't feel like I'm going to be getting too crazy with this thing. I don't plan on going in any mud holes or anything like that. So we'll see. Maybe it'll get a winch here before long. Maybe it won't. But yeah, tires are awesome. I was a little skeptical on this tread pattern with these stock wheels and tires, but yesterday after running it for about 55 miles, they seem to be pretty awesome. And it was a dry day yesterday, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with everything so far. But yeah, I got it all cleaned up today. I got to take it down to the dealership tomorrow. It was pretty dirty after yesterday, but I figured, you know what, let's keep this thing looking good, keep it looking clean, and yeah, I'm very excited to be having this thing in my garage. So, all right, guys, so this is kind of my little closer to my first video here. I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel for a long time, and I never really had any excuse to, but now I do. We're gonna do some trail riding here in Iowa. We got a couple places we can go within a half hour to us, so that'll be a lot of fun. And yeah, I'm just gonna have fun when I'm home with this thing. And on top of that, my dad has one, and we're planning on taking a trip with some buddies down to Oklahoma here in July. So that'll be, I'll film that, put that up on YouTube. So be good to follow along on that. And don't quote me on this thing, but I'm thinking maybe later this fall, and I'm going to ride it all summer, so it's going to have miles on it, but maybe later this fall, maybe raffle this thing off, maybe, you know, do some sort of raffle with this thing. Don't hold me to it. I haven't decided yet. It's just an idea I'm kind of kicking around, but we'll see. So if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. This is the first one, the channel kickoff here, and like I said, we're going to have a lot of fun with it. Stay tuned, and thank you guys for watching the first video.